All right, friends, how are you today? Happy Saturday to you. Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for the 26th of October, 2019. We've got the moon in Libra, right? We're revisiting our relationship sector. We've got the moon conjunct Mars today. All right, let me show you the chart and see what's going on here. So we've got the moon here meeting up with Mars. So it'll happen a little later in the day, right? Let's fast forward this a couple hours here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So at 3 o'clock, 3:40, whatever. 3, 4 o'clock, we've got the moon conjunct Mars, okay? It's also going to be what? Squaring Saturn, okay? Putting the pressure on our relationships. Okay? So, and then we have this, this quincunx to the two of them, to Neptune. Meaning, right, these are the annoying aspects. This is like if we don't pay attention to these certain things and apply our own discipline, if we stay stubborn, and don't open up to others, we don't get this beautiful expansion, which we desperately need, right? So, as we're going deeper this next month ahead, and we're headed toward this new moon here in a couple of days, really, what is this relationship stuff like resurfacing? Why? We've had a whole month of Libra, of the sun in Libra. We've had, Venus, Mercury, Mars. We had everything together at one point in time. And it's like, what lessons are we needing to learn here? What do we need, when we have this balance of other people? And, I talk about we give things up when we start joining forces. There's a part of self that gets let go of when we join with other people. It's not just our way anymore, not just our, only our thought process, not only our emotions, not only our, ambitions. It's like we're all moving together. And there's a balance between our self-individuality and the moving of the group, or the moving of this partnership or business, whatever this is. Again, this can be any kind of relationships, not just romantic. Although there is a kind of a highlight with romantic relationships coming on right now, a new surge, new energies coming about. So we'll take that into account for a moment here. And again, apply this to you in any way. It could be a boss. It's like if we're, single girls going out girls' night, or single guys going out guys' night. And it happens all the time. You hang out with your buddies, or you hang out with your ladies, and you're going out to find, or to have a good time and to socialize, meet up. Well, when we commit, and that's Saturn, when we commit, right? Saturn squaring Mars. This is balance. When we commit, guys' night and girls' night becomes different when we are no longer single. That the progress of that evening changes. The same as when you have, let that sink in for a second though, because that's very serious. It's like our relationships with our friends, when we commit to a partner, changes. And it's a rightful change and a necessary change. We're giving something away because it no longer needs us. We don't need to go out chasing. We don't need to go out seeking, or we don't need to go out presenting ourselves for someone to find us, because we've coupled up. We found the partner. So that means guys' night and girls' night becomes very different because we have a significant other for us, right? Now, same comes with the relationships-wise, career-wise, right? We have, your restaurant jobs, or like your first kind of jobs out of high school, or whatever. Maybe not out of high school. This could be at any point in your life. It's between a job and a career. And it's just like we might go out for that one last drink, or that extra hour or so that we shouldn't have, when it's just the job, right? Because we don't care about it. We don't care. It's just a job, and I can get another job tomorrow, and I can seek and find another job, another relationship, another business partnership. When it's our career, we have a completely different attitude. No, I'm willing to give up this one last beer from this one round of laughs because there's something greater that needs my attention. There's a group, an energy, individuals that benefit from me not doing that, right? So I'm giving up something of my personal life. I'm giving up something from my single life because I'm applying myself greater to the group, greater to the good, right? And this is like, if, we've been dealing with addictions and still with Neptune and Pisces, that's going to be going on for, a few more years. And it's just like, are we able to give up something that we might enjoy, like you might enjoy, I've seen people nod out, from pharmaceuticals, and they love it. But is it good for our friendship, our relationship? Nope. You might love it, but what's more important to you? So it's like, are we able to give? It's like, the guy, the drunk guy. I don't know. I can always come back to that dude that he had that amazing announcer voice, and he was a homeless guy, and someone discovered, like asking for change, and he ended up working for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But he never was able to separate himself from the alcoholism. It's like he just, boom, here, you're now the broadcaster, the Cavaliers. You went from homeless in the streets to, you have a career, you have a profession, you have a bunch of people that love your voice, that love your story. That's like the goosebump one. It's just like, people love your story, man. Like, you were down in the dumps, somebody got you, hey, give me that good radio voice. If you Google it, or YouTube it, you can find that guy, and he's brilliant. But then he could never separate himself from that mindset of man on the street, alcoholic bum. And so what happened? He lost his job because he couldn't separate that alcoholic bum life from, I'm a man with a career. So as the moon is coming back into our relationship sectors, all of this stuff should be on our awareness. Because like we have that surge, that Leo energy again, like, oh yeah, it's me and my journey and my, and then it's just like, how am I giving to other people? And it's just like, oh man, I have to really be with other people to give to other people. But then I also need my alone and separate time to give back. So it's a balance, and you totally get that. But you know what I'm saying about all of this, that something we give up to become part of something greater than self. All right, so this is coming back into our awareness today, coming back into the spotlight, especially considering the moon is conjunct Mars. All right, and Mars and the moon are both squaring the nodes. The nodes, okay, Saturn up here with the south node still. Now it's 4 degrees separation, a little less than 4 degrees, but that's still a conjunction. Okay, so it's just like we are seriously. We're applying the discipline in the release of this stuff, okay, and following our hearts and our compassion. It's absolutely to be noted during this whole process. Again, we can let go of that one thing that we seem to love. Oh, I love guys' night. I love going out drinking with the buds. It's like, wow, it no longer serves the heart's purpose. It no longer serves my relationship needs. Guys' night becomes a little different. We transform, we change it, okay? So the same goes for whatever we're dealing with. Guys' night, that's hilarious. I don't do that. Anyway, you get it. Have a happy Saturday to you. It's still nice and light, airy, so have a good social night, not just guys or not just girls, but hopefully get together with some of your friends and go out there and, extract from each other, learn from one another, and expand. It's a beautiful weekend ahead of us, all right? So happy Saturday.